Hello my friends and welcome back to Conan Exiles Age of War Chapter 2. This is just another quick update video. If you haven't seen the original, do go and check that one out first so you'll kind of get where we're coming from, but this is just a quick update video to my solo agility build. Not a lot has changed, obviously I've changed the outfit, but with regards to weapons there's only a slight change. Armour is still the same and the stats are still the same, but we'll cover that in this video. Sorry to interrupt, but did you know, yes you, the viewer watching right now, that over 90% of you are not yet subscribed to my channel? Now this is totally free to do, it just means you get to see any uploads or live streams that I do, but also it helps me out hugely as a channel because it helps with channel growth, and it also gives you lots of other benefits because if you are subscribed, you can also click the join button and become a member of the channel, which becoming a member gives you 3 different tiers of perks from the very lowest to the 3rd tier, which will give you the most perks and benefits, including sneak peeks in videos and members only videos and lots of other exciting things too. So why not subscribe, join the channel if you're able to, and come along for the ride. Okay then, so as I say, not a huge amount has changed. It is pretty much still the same build, just a slight change with the weapons possibly. And you can also run this build with a follower if you want to take a thrall with you. They don't even necessarily need the irritate perk, even though if you can kind of switch your points about a little bit, that would help. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But if you can totally manage yourself, this build is totally viable on your own. And if we take a look at my sheet there, as you can see, still the same armor, still the same health, and we are using of course the Ranger armor, which is a medium armor set, and this was crafted with the tier 4 shield right, and as we can see each piece gives us a boost to stamina and agility. And although this is mainly a set that a lot of people use in PvP, it's perfectly fine to use in PvE as well. I think it's quite a fun build and you can pretty much take on anything yourself with the variety of weapons that we're using. Most of them are fairly easy to get, a couple may take a bit of RNG, but we'll see anyway. So that is the armor, and we're just using the master armor plating to obviously give us a bit more armor value, because you don't want to use the bulk plating because that will be too heavy on you. So then if we go across to our stat sheet, I'll come back to that. We are up to our 3rd perk in grit, just so that we get a bit faster stamina regeneration. So we get the tenacity at the top, as you can see there. We get endurance, so sprinting and everything costs a bit less, and then we're getting our defensive posture. We get the damage reduction while blocking or attacking. We haven't bothered with our final perk in there because neither of those are any good, so those 5 points have just gone into expertise to give us the bit of food and water reduction time, and also the carry capacity, so we can carry a little bit more if we need to do, because we are carrying quite a few arrows. No authority, as I say. Vitality is fast healer and then glutton for punishment. And then finally the bread and butter of it, the agility. We're doing the backstab at the very top perk, then we get the middle one, which gives us precise strikes, which gives us 10% additional armor penetration while carrying a medium or light load, which pretty much most of the time we will be. Now if you wanted to switch this out and use the bow more than the katana and daggers that I'll be showing you, you could also use the other option, which just gives arrows and thrown weapons a little bit more damage, but for this build we're using precise strikes, which is better in my opinion. And then for the final perk, instead of the extended leap or double jump as it's now called, which means you can jump twice, if you jump up in the air and then tap jump again you can do another jump, we're actually using the other perk, which is rolling thrust. So if you do a dodge before an attack, you'll see it pop up on your screen as a buff on the left, which will give you a slight damage increase for a short time. I think it's pretty good. Some people don't like it, but each to their own, as the saying goes. So that is the gear, and that is the stats. For our buffs, I just use the Elixir of Grace, which gives you agility weapon bonus, and then using the cooked grouper for another agility bonus. So we get 15% of each of those, which gives us a total 30. And if we go to my character sheet, as you can see there, this is our numbers as they show at the minute, which our damage is actually very low because we don't have a weapon in our hand. But we've got 700 health, which is pretty decent. And you can see where all the bonuses are coming from there. Armour is only 45% armour reduction. Would have been nice to be a bit more, but this is only a medium armour set, so we're not going to get as much as we would from a heavy set. Temperature we're not too concerned about because this is just an all-around general build. And as you can see there, carry weight, again not too worried, but we've got a decent amount for what we need. So that is the gear and the stats and our buffs that we're using. Now for the weapons, we're using the Reach of the Red Mother, which in my opinion is one of, or if not the best agility bows in the game. And this has the master weapon fitting on it, which means it takes it up to 39 on our health damage and 21 on our armor pen, which isn't huge damage, but it's pretty decent for the build because we're only really using it for pulling or taking an odd long shot if we want to try it. And that is farmed from the Red Mother Dragon in the Unnamed City. You'll have to farm her a few times, see if you get lucky and get the bow to drop. Then another thing you can use is the Heart's Blood daggers. Now you could use any daggers you like. When you do this at first, you can use any, see how you go on with them, but ideally once you can get these from a chest, you want to go with the Heart's Blood daggers. They are a legendary, as is the Reach of the Red Mother, so bear in mind they're going to eventually use durability, as is our katana, but for this build these are pretty good. And as we can see again there, 49 health damage, 31 armor pen, and again they've got the master weapon fitting. And then the bread and butter of the build, the main piece that we're using is a katana once again, and we're using Graceful Knight, which does health damage of 69 and 26 with a master weapon fitting, and that one looks like that. Pretty nice, decent two-handed katana, does some pretty decent damage. All you have to remember whenever you're going to do an attack, like I say, is to use your rolling thrust just to give you that extra little boost. Keep your buffs on all the time and you are pretty much golden. So there you have it guys, as I say, just a quick update to the solo agility build. By all means take a follower with you, even a bearer if you want somebody just to carry everything for you. But this build can pretty much take on anything. We've got some decent damage, get some good heals. It's just a case of think about your attacks and your fights that you're going into, try not to get yourself surrounded. If you need to hit an archer or somebody from range, use your bow. Somebody gets too close, use your daggers. But your katana is more or less your bread and butter of the build. Anyway, that's it in a nutshell. Try this one out for yourself. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. This is what I've come up with for my build, and I find it pretty good. Even when I first did the first video, I still use it a lot. So if you did like it, like I say, comments down below. Give the video a like if you did, it helps me out massively and just helps the YouTube algorithm push these videos out to more and more people. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's maybe the time to do it. Lots to come on the channel, certainly from Conan Exiles and also other new games in the future. We also now offer channel memberships, so if you do feel you would like to join the channel and be part of the family, then do choose one of those options and we will be more than happy to welcome you aboard. So that's it from me guys. I'll leave you with some clips at the end now of this build in action. So until the next one, it's bye bye for now.